Well, thanks for the introduction. It's a real pleasure to present the Legacy Minerals story. I would call us a gold copper exploration company, but when you've got 23 million ounces worth of silver sitting on the side, that's a good little bit of upside that comes with it. Like Shane, we're aggressively drilling for tier one discoveries. In New South Wales, we've got 4 projects that'll get drilled within the next 6 months, so that's quite a phenomenal amount of drilling for any junior exploration company. We're based in New South Wales because it's Australia's premier porphyry copper gold district, home to Australia's largest gold mine, Acadia. So we did a deal with Newmont on one of our projects early last year, and about 8 months ago, Newmont announced the acquisition of Acadia and of Newcrest. So moving into New South Wales in a big way. Our 4 projects that'll get drilled, Bullura, Black Range and Drake, are 3 epithermal systems, district scale control. So we have ownership of all 3 of those, and interestingly, our JV project with Newmont is our smallest epithermal project in our portfolio. So that just demonstrates, I guess, the targets that we're tackling. We'll be drilling Acadia type lookalike with Mark Bennett and S2 imminently, and we'll also be following up on a maiden PGE magmatic nickel copper sulfide discovery in New South Wales as well. That's the company overview. So in terms of a market cap, we're probably one of the smallest guys here at Adelaide, and so that presents some significant growth opportunities when you look at the size of the targets we're drilling. The board and management, we're all major shareholders in the company, having close to 30%. So we've got a lot of skin in the game, and we see a lot of value uplift through the discoveries that we're looking to make over the coming months. Importantly, we're well funded. Over 3 million in the bank, 25.5 million in JV secured. So we're looking at a very aggressive period of exploration. And importantly, because of that cash in bank, it's a great opportunity for people to buy on market as retail investors because there's no imminent capital raise that's coming. We've got sustained drill campaigns upcoming over the next several months. So to talk about the investment case, I'll just run through, 5 key points around Legacy Minerals. The first is those share price catalysts and our low market cap. So we're targeting gold and copper. We've got these 4 upcoming drill campaigns. And again, when you look at a 15 mil market cap and the uplift that you can get through for example, drilling a porphyry discovery, when Boda was drilled by Alkane, that added roughly 200 mil to their market cap overnight. So that's the sheer scale of these discoveries and what they can do for companies. We're focused on gold and copper. When we listed just over 2 years ago, we were focused on gold and copper, and we've slowly built a portfolio that really now provides our shareholders some significant leverage to those opportunities. When looking at putting money into companies, we'd like to say invest with those who know. So we're a relatively young company and a relatively young team, but the quality of the partnerships that we've got with major miners like Newmont and S2, they're people that are seriously successful in monetising discoveries as well as serious big mining operations. We've got a clear strategy to deliver value for shareholders, so that comes through this approach of owning projects outright as well as minimising funding and dilution with JV partners, and importantly that cash in the bank to deliver on that strategy. So just to underpin again the investment case in Legacy Minerals, I'll just talk about where partnerships have delivered some significant value returns for shareholders, and a great example is Newcrest have a year-on partnership with Greatland Gold. So by owning 30% of a Newcrest size discovery, 3 million ounce, that drove Greatland's share price from 100 mil market cap to 1.7 billion in a pretty quick period of time. We see the JVs that we've got both with Newmont and S2 as being fundamentally better than the JV that they had with Newcrest, and that's because what happens at the back end is we retain a significant ownership percentage, but we'll also be financed by both Newmont and S2 through to commercial production. So we'll retain 20% ownership at the end of those JVs from an operational mine. So I'll talk about Black Range. Black Range we're going to be drilling imminently. It's a large low sulfidation epithermal system. We're really quite excited here because we pegged this ground about a year and a half ago. It was free ground, like most of the ground that we pegged in our portfolio, and we saw a lot of similarities to our Bullura project that we've got under a joint venture. There's no on-ground exploration for over 30 years there, so we're the first company to start drilling that, and Newcrest were last there in approximately 1992. Importantly, before they left, they dated the mineralisation down at Black Range and said it's the same age mineralisation as Bullura. So we've got these 2 systems. incredibly underexplored. That's just the northern half, showing 30 kilometres of epithermal strike. So we're talking about a large district-scale volcanic package under our control. This is what the drill target looks like here. We've done soils, so we're targeting a high-grade system here. We've got MAP sinter at surface, which was recognised by the company early last year. So that was the first time that sinter lithology had been recognised in this part of New South Wales. So we're looking at what we consider to be the top of the epithermal system. We've got high-grade gold in soils as well as in rock chips from the very basic work that we've done. And you can see there, that's a drill hole that Newcrest did in 1992. They didn't hit the high grade, what we interpret to be the high grade feeding zones for these types of systems. So very, very clear target for us to drill. As I said, that will be imminent. And importantly as well, noting that the last time, Newcrest were on the ground there, the gold price was, 500 Aussie. So we see a significant opportunity for our shareholders with that upcoming drilling. So onto Ballura. Ballura as well, we're going to be rolling out the rigs imminently as well. And this is post the completion of some very large geophysical programs that we've done there. We've got a 15 mil JV that allows Newmont to earn up to 75%, and we have the option to let Newmont loan carry us at 20% through to production. We've got, again, district scale control there of all the known epithermal occurrences in the region. We've got alteration across 150 square kilometres, and we've really been working in this primary vein field where we've mapped close to 30 square kilometres of alteration and veining at surface. So when you think about drilling targets, it's great when your target zones start from 0 metres. We're looking at the outcropping gold and silver. We've got ounces in rock chips at surface, and these large vein sets that go up to 3 metres wide on surface, and up to 1,000 grams silver as well. Just some of the scale of the geophysical programs that we've done as a junior, doing these types of generative works is something that you can only dream of. So having a major on board rolling out some of the largest geophysical programs that we've done in the state of New South Wales is really important, to give us that best opportunity for our shareholders to make these discoveries. And really what we're chasing up and we're looking for is these high-grade parts of the system. We know they exist. They were previously mined, and then some of the high grades still exist in the unmined areas across Ballura. But 3,700 grams silver, 7 grams gold, and greater than 55% lead zinc just sort of demonstrate some of the bonanza grades in some of the shoots in the project. We're aiming to deliver a tier 1 discovery here, and when you're talking a tier 1 epithermal system, you're talking 500,000 ounces per annum, 10-year mine life. That's what a tier 1 system looks like. There's lots of these that operate in South America, as well as overseas, but not very commonly found in Australia outside of Queensland, Pajingo and Krakow. So we think it's a great project, and our shareholders get carried fully funded by Newmont on the project. So Fontenoy has been a bit of a left field discovery success for us. We picked up this project because of its porphyry copper fertility. We did an alliance agreement with an artificial intelligence exploration company, and they've gone out in their first drilling at the project early this year and made a maiden predominantly palladium, PG nickel copper sulfide discovery. So an extremely important discovery because that's the first known type of mineralisation style for magmatic nickel copper sulfides in New South Wales. They're well sought after. Nova Bollinger, Chalice are all examples of these types of systems, but never thought to have existed in New South Wales. So an incredible proof of concept for us. And importantly, under that JV, that alliance, there's strong incentive for Earth AI to keep on drilling. And what we see in that space is, there's been a bit of a rush in New South Wales for these types of projects. We've got last year IGO BHP, Mark Bennett again with S2 looking for another Nova Bollinger up north, as well as Rio Tinto. So a lot of the majors are moving into New South Wales looking for these types of mineral systems. So we're in the right neighbourhood there. And once again, due to that alliance agreement, we're exposed to the drilling that's going to be upcoming with our partners Earth AI on it. So Glenn this is quite an exciting project because we pegged this ground in November last year, and within 3 months, January this year, we struck a deal with S2. So this has sat free for 30 years since Rio Tinto walked away in 1994. So we've done magnetic remnants modelling, and it's a great fit for the Cadia East ore body. Importantly, Rio Tinto didn't test it. They thought 800 metres was too deep, but we now know with modern improvements in inversion modelling, it brings it closer to surface. So this is the sort of type of discovery where 1 or 2 holes can really just make or break a company. And importantly for us, we've got someone else paying for it, and we get the exposure to the upside that comes from drilling those holes. So again, we're looking to drill that. Mark, we have to drill it within a year, and we're looking to drill it within the next couple months. So Drake is where the silver, I'm not going to say slur, was thrown out, but we've acquired a bit of a copper, gold, silver asset as well. We first started looking at Drake when we went on this hunt for these other low sulphidation epithermal systems in New South Wales. We like the textures up at Mount Carrington. There's high grades of gold and silver across the project, which you like to see in an epithermal. But we soon quickly realised that there's an untested porphyry copper story up there that just hasn't been tested out. So we've gone up there to what is a legacy project with a completely new vision. We're looking at the blue sky exploration upside. And what we're looking at across the project is extensive copper mineralisation. So 18 metres at 5.8% copper from 52 and 10 at 7 from the same drill hole, just sort of demonstrate, never followed up because it was a silver and gold project for many years. They're fantastic hits. And when you look at copper oxide across several kilometres, mapped porphyry D veins at surface, you're talking about a big magmatic system. So we've got control of virtually the entire caldera, which is about 150 square kilometres, with strong analogies to your Porgera's and your Pacific Rim systems. It does come with a resource under the exploration licence and exploration licence application, 320,000 ounces of gold and 23 million ounces of silver. So to put that in, a silver equivalent is roughly 52 million ounces silver equivalent. So clearly not being valued very much at all in the company with our market cap. But we're here because we see these extensive high grades, and that demonstrates the right textures that you want to see in these systems. A lot of these hits are from several kilometres away from each other, so we see a lot of upside in resource growth as well as new discoveries in what is a very, very large system. 18 metres at 16 grams, 118 at 1.7 and 26 at 220. That's all under 150 metres deep. So the bulk of the drilling that's gone into this project has been shallow. A lot of it's been grade control. So resetting this as an exploration narrative and focus on proving up or looking for a tier 1 epithermal system or a porphyry, like your K92 success, which is a great example of looking at these systems with a different light, which has resulted in a phenomenal resource growth for that company in PNG. So to sort of sum it up, we've got lots of upcoming drilling, so that means great exposure for our shareholders, multiple share price catalysts there. We're focused on gold and copper. The silver's an added bonus with these, the polymetallic nature of these systems. And importantly, we've got the right connections. We've got the technical expertise, we've got the right funding, and we've got, I said, a good mix of 100% owned projects and projects getting taken forward under JV partnerships. So a great time to come on board with the Legacy Minerals journey. Thank you.